exciting day today. We've got the new Galaxy Book4 Edge. So this is the latest and greatest from Samsung. It's got the new Snapdragon X Elite processor in it, which is the ARM-based chip. So it's supposed to be kind of comparable to what you get with the Apple Silicon, but this is the basically Windows-based version. So you've got Windows 11, you've got the Copilot Plus, and all that crazy stuff. Let's dive in and take a look at it. Here we have the Galaxy Book4 Edge, and there's actually a reason they call it the Edge, because this is your Edge portal or Edge technology that allows you to have, of course, your AI capabilities, but also communicates with the AI servers that they have as well. So anytime you have like a phone, a computer, any sort of device that uses AI and connects to a larger AI platform, it's called an edge tool. So go ahead and pull the little things off here. That didn't work out as well. I think Apple probably does this a little bit better whenever it comes to the pull tabs. These are pretty big stickers. Now this starts off at $1,349. It gets you 512 gigabytes of storage, UFS, and it gets you 16 gigabytes of RAM. Man, they really package this thing up. I will say though that this laptop feels pretty darn light. So whenever I picked up the box over at Best Buy, I was like, man, this feels pretty heavy for what it is. And then once you actually get the laptop out, it's pretty lightweight. So I'm happy about that. This is the 14-inch model. It comes in 14 and 16-inch model. 14-inch is $1,349. And then if you get the 16-inch model, it goes to $1,449. And then you can get a higher clocked model. This is the 3.4 gigahertz with the Snapdragon X Elite and 12 core. If you pay more, you can get the 3.8 gigahertz model, and it comes with 1 terabyte. So there is that. Take out all these goodies. Now this looks pretty much like most other Galaxy books that I've experienced. It's got the dynamic AMOLED 2x Snapdragon X Elite. It's got the nice Samsung keyboard, trackpad, all those cool things. Let's see what else is in the box over here. Not much. We have a USB-C cable, probably about 3 feet. And then, ta-da, maybe it's 4 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot, something like that. And then we actually have a power brick. So you get a power brick here as well. So that's nice. You'll be able to charge and keep your laptop charged. So that's a nice thing. And that's it. There's nothing left in the box. I'm sorry, I lied. We have the little documentation thing here with, if you care about that. It's mostly useless. There's probably a QR code on it. But this is what you care about right here. The Galaxy Book4 Edge. You got the little rubber stopper things here so it doesn't slide around. You got the ventilation on the bottom. It does have 2 fans on the inside of it. Got the 2 USB-Cs over here. And then we got an HDMI out over here. You got a headphone jack, so that's nice as well. I think I was a little blurry there. Hard to do this with my camera setup. So HDMI and 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Now, go ahead and press the power button. One thing I wish that this did have though is I wish it still had a stylus. Like I really enjoyed my Galaxy Book Chromebook, like the Chrome one that I had before, and it had the S Pen that went with it, and that was really cool. I just feel like that would be the icing on the cake here with this one. Well, I guess it's dead straight out of the box. Well, I thought it would have some sort of charge. Got the little Copilot button there. Bloop. Well, I guess I got to charge this before we can look at it anymore. So I'll be back. Now, thanks to modern technology, I was able to go ahead and plug it in. It came right on. It did have like a 50-60% charge in it whenever I plugged it in. So I guess they just want you to plug it in for the first time to activate it so it'll turn on. And then once it fires up, you'll be able to see here that you can do your setup and your registration and all that stuff before you get into Windows itself. It's got Windows 11, it's got Copilot Plus built in. If you're not familiar with Copilot Plus or you wanted to learn about it, hopefully I can help. So we've heard all that's about AI, all that stuff ad nauseum. It's getting kind of old, but some of it's actually starting to get some traction. Everybody's got their own stuff. This is Microsoft's version, and basically what it does is it's like an on-device AI assistant that gives you the ability to use AI and all sorts of different things. Of course, with Microsoft Office, with Teams, with generative stuff, with making images, with prompt commands, and recall is supposed to be coming at some point in time. It's not available here yet, but basically it's Microsoft's take on the AI, and it's incorporated and embedded into their stuff. So yeah, let me get through with the setup and we'll be right back. All right, finally got everything set up. So once you get in, pretty standard looking whenever it comes to Windows 11. Again, this is a 2x AMOLED panel from Samsung, 120 hertz refresh rate. It's over a 2K resolution, so you're gonna get basically the best and the brightest whenever it comes to the experience that's on here. And the build quality, it seems pretty good too, nice and thin. The hinge is really good. Like the hinge is solid. It's not something that's all super floppy whenever you're typing. It's not going to be wobbling around and all that stuff. You got the stereo speakers set up, and you have a 2 megapixel webcam that's in here that you can use as well. So let me go ahead and hit the Copilot button, and I think it should pull some stuff up, or maybe not. Thought it would. Maybe it's contextual, but the whole emphasis of this is it's built around the Snapdragon X Elite, or the Snapdragon X platform. So that's a ARM-based chip. So if you're not aware of what the ARM-based chip is, it is essentially a phone processor. To put this in short terms, so we have the old x86 processors. That's what's typically what you would see in a normal Windows desktop. With this, they're basically doing the same thing that Apple has done whenever it comes to their chipset with the M1 with their own silicon. So you have one chip that's lower power, and it has the graphics processor built into it along with the regular chip, and it has the neural processor. So whenever you have the neural processor, that's what it enables it to do all these different things when it comes to the AI. It's like its own individual core or brain inside of the chip that processes the AI tasks. And then that combined with the Copilot or Copilot Plus on here is what enables it to work in tandem. You can do some on-device stuff. It uses some cloud stuff. And as we talked about this, it is the Edge. It's the Galaxy Book4 Edge, which is your Edge tool or terminal to get you into, of course, the AI stuff. And then one other cool thing we have here, we have the fingerprint scanner. Ta-da! So I was able to set that up as well. It works nice and well and neat. And overall, I mean, it seems to be pretty decent. Now, again, I'm going to have to do a lot more on this so I can actually bring you a review. This is just kind of like an unboxing, first impressions, take a look at it, and oh, by the way, it's touchscreen. So touchscreen is nice too. I do enjoy that, and this is kind of a leg up over what you get with Apple, of course, with the M1 or M1 Air. This chipset with the X Elite is supposed to be a little bit better, I think, than the M3, but that's not saying the M3 Pro or the M3 Max better than the M3. And then of course the battery life is supposed to be pretty decent. I'll test that out, and what it can do as far as scalability, what it can do with the apps that work with it that are optimized for the ARM platform, and then again, you know, what it works as far as the x86 apps that are not optimized for it yet. But you've got very minimal bezels, you've got plenty of power, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 storage, AI stuff. Have this new Snapdragon X Elite, and then this beautiful OLED display, which of course, like I said, is touchscreen, which I like quite a bit. So that's pretty much it for now. I'll get into the Copilot stuff later as I can actually test it out and do some things with it. But it's supposed to be pretty decent, so let me know what your thoughts are. So that's pretty much all I have so far. Like I said, just an unboxing, kind of a basic setup, cursory, kind of 5,000 foot level talk about this. We're going to come back, and whenever I have my review, I'll mess with Copilot some as I have some time to test it out. Of course, recall is not available yet. There will be a pretty sizable update when you set it up. I started setting it up, and then it took like another 30 minutes of downloading because there's a pretty big substantial update on here. So you're going to have to do that whenever you go through the initial setup. But yeah, I'm interested in testing this out, checking out Copilot. So when I went and got it, and I went with Samsung because, of course, Samsung, I like to use a lot of their Android stuff, and then you can use like the messages across platform, and you can do other cool things by having a Samsung one as opposed to there's a little bit more integration there instead of using like a Surface or an HP or any of those other ones. So that's why I went with the Samsung. I know Samsung, I've had the Galaxy Books before, so this is the one that I wanted to go with. They do have cheaper alternatives if you want to go other ways. This is not me promoting it, but they do have it on sale right now. Well, it's not really on sale, but you can get a $150 instant rebate if you go through Samsung. I've got a link in the description. If you go through Best Buy, they'll give you a $150 Best Buy gift card. They were giving out a free like 65-inch TV previously when they were pre-ordering it. I didn't mess with that. I didn't need a 65-inch TV, and I'm sure it's not like the most crazy expensive one or anything. But anyway, that's all I've got on my unboxing first impressions. Let me know what you think. Sound off in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, if you want to see more of the stuff, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.